better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. Okay, whoa. We've been on the road. From the go. Hit my blow. You know we've been down for too long to give up. Can't go. I need all pesos. Want it all. Case closed. I go balls to the wall. Can't hold to the ball game over. These boys can't hold me. You boys can't hold us. I told you. Better not be the one to doubt us.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Saints going up against the Buccaneers. So let's get you over to Tampa as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Ready, blue lady. Easy.
A first down throw for Winston. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Sonic.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Sonic, ready, blue lady. Easy, blue lady. Wait.
The play clock's running down. Throwing, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ready, blue lady. Flip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
Blue ready. Ready. Blue ready. 150, 150. Flip, 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 flip. Sonic.
Now Jameis on second down. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. The 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
In motion goes the tight end.
Flip, flip. 150, 150.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Another extra point opportunity here. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here. The 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his first look is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Lavonte David is a tackling machine. He's always where the ball is.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he connects with Ebron. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Ready, blue lighted. 550, 550. Sonic. Double up. Ready, blue lighted. White. He's coming. White. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Winston on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. A strong running. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
I have to admit to a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage, and they try to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt. Maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Jameis on 2nd down. From left side, it's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Ready, 4 down, check, 4 down.
Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the D looking like they may blitz. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ready. Move ready. 550, 550.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They come out here in the eye. Play clock winding down. 2nd down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Now a handoff looking right. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him a bit close. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal to go now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Saints add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A second down throw for Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the D-line's going to spread out. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. On play action, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Defense showing blitz. And to give this time to the tailback. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down, 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. Give him 30 yards there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But they went for the big play there. But that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's got time. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check 3, check ready, check 3.
3rd and long for Winston. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Are we really in the second half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the first half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Check. Wait. Hey, watch it.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd down, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
On 3rd down, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll come out in the pistol. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Finding time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Wide open receiver complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jameis to throw it.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And quickly, they get to the line.
Ready. Blue ready.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Watch the shit.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Ready. Blue ready. 150.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 11 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play act. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On play action, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The play clock's running down. Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead is down to 20. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they'll run it here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
3rd and 4.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Easy.
2nd down, Winston. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And they're going to speed things up here.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Evans has it left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Throwing, Winston. This will be caught inside the 10. Give him 27 yards that time. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jameis again. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Let's go. 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken at the 46.
As soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career.
Ready. Blue 80. 550. Easy. Shit.
Winston to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Saints add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're going to hurry back to the line now. One last shot now for Winston. He's got time in the pocket, and that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.
Going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh,